Today's the launch of my new book, The Gift of Thresholds, Flourishing Through Life's Transitions. I was talking to a friend recently, and she was talking about her job, and she just said, like B.B. King's song, the thrill is gone. It just isn't what it was. It's not that I'm doing badly, I'm doing really, really well, but it just isn't what it used to be. Something's not right. There is this dis-ease inside of me, and I can't work out what it is. And it's taking more effort, and I just can't summon up the same kind of energy and enthusiasm for what I used to do so naturally. And I said to her, sounds like you're entering a transition or a threshold. She said, what's that? You know, a threshold comes from the idea of the old barn. In the old barns, what the farmers would do is they would bring in the grain from the fields and they would put it on the threshold floor, the threshing floor. And they'd open these big barn doors and the wind would blow through. And they'd use a winnowing fork and toss the grain up in the air. And the husks, the dead, would fly out of the door and be gone. And what would be left is the potential of the new, the seed. And that's what happens in thresholds. Something comes to an end or is coming to an end. Might be a relationship. Might be a job that used to fill you with so much joy, like my friend, but now it's just like, is this it? A relationship you thought was going to go somewhere and you're going like, I can't really breathe here anymore. There are so many thresholds in life. If you start even from being born, there are thresholds happening to us all of the time, but we don't call them that. And yet thresholds are life's gift to us. What they do is they offer us a potential to become more of who we are. And thresholds often aren't easy. Sometimes they're difficult, sometimes they're long. One researcher said that a long threshold may take you 4 or 5 years to navigate it. Others may be shorter. But what happens in a threshold is one of two things. Either we respond in fear because we're going like, I don't know what's going on here. This is scary, this is frightening, things are changing. It just isn't, I don't know how to control this. I feel a bit powerless maybe. And what happens then sometimes is we double down. We control ourselves more out of fear. We just dig in and try even harder. What happens is actually that doesn't work either. And we become a smaller person. It kind of reduces our potential. But the other option is that we lean into the threshold and say, this is an invitation, because that's what it is. Life constantly offers us an invitation to become bigger people. And it does it through the threshold. That's how it offers its invitation. It says, there's more of you. There's more of you to offer the world. And we experience it as symptoms, and sometimes we experience it as crises, but it's a crossing over. We have to work out, what am I done with here? What's dead? Where there is, because death is, it means there's no life. That's what it means. There's no life here anymore. So where is the life? Where is it leading me? And it takes me on this voyage of discovery. And my invitation to you is to come with me through the book on a voyage of discovery, to make some sense of your own life thresholds in order to offer more of yourself to a very needy world.